Effiong Ekop, my colleague, is live in the studio for that conversation. Effiong, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Tolu.
The market is back in green.
Very, very back. Very, very back. Market has rebound. And we have seen the recovery of prices last week that they were down consecutively for 3 trading days. And so this is the second day this week that we've seen it coming up. It actually started on Friday.
Yeah, from Friday, yes.
Yeah, so 3 days of market recovery. If you remember what I said last week, the buying attitude is very, very strong. And it was not something that we didn't expect, that the BS will not stay for a very long time in the market. It is the bulls that we expect that they would be able to drive activities for. It remains just about 1 quarter before we end the year. And so from September, mid-September, we are likely going to see securities prices beginning to even mark higher levels. And so those who have money now, and they are very, very wise the way the market moves, they go back to take a position. And that's why we see the markets beginning to shake and then stay upward.
We're still talking today about insurance stocks, and we also talked about it the last time. But for me, we are still looking at listings. Are we expecting new listings anytime soon at the exchange?
We may see new listings before the end of the year. I think that they would come all the way from other sectors other than the insurance sector that you mentioned. What I think will happen to insurance industry is a kind of mergers and acquisition, in the sense that the companies in the sector are being asked by their regulator, NICOM, to recapitalize. So those of them that may not have the ability to do it so quickly, they may go to join forces with some other ones, some other groups. And so, but for listing, I expect at least one company from the Dangote group to be listed.
At least one of it should come to the market.
Yes, because he is preparing the fertilizer company very seriously. Then the great expectation on the refinery side of the business. You know, there are about 3 big companies operating in that Lekki area. So people talk too much about the refinery.
Because that's where the PMS comes from. That's the general thing.
According to the president,
urea factory
exactly.
is going to be almost the biggest in Africa.
Well. Yes, that's what the president of the company told us the other time, that he wants the fertilizer company to be the biggest globally. And if you go into that company, you see almost half of the portions of the land reserved for the fertilizer company. Very, very big, like a combo hill. It's something that I cannot even stay here to begin to describe. So we think that he may be able to finish the documentation on the fertilizer company and bring it up, or the other one doing plastics. See, let me not talk about the Dangote group because I may be emotional about that company. Honestly, their operations very, very high magnitude.
Well, let's see how it goes. We need many more of him in this country. That's one thing I just believe. We need an environment, people that can take those kind of risks.
You know, the refinery thing, I remember that the government had given licenses to many companies. I think there were about 12 or 13 of them.
No, most of them were modular refineries.
Yes, they should. We don't need very big ones. Let's get those modular
All right,
refineries.
It's a good way to live it, Effiong Ekop. Thank you so much for your analysis as always.
Thank you, Tolu.
All right then. Any other thing you're expecting?
Well, we see that the year-to-date performance of the markets dropped a little because of what we had last year. So now we are seeing it at about 37%, but there is room for upward movement.
All right then. Thank you so much, Effiong Ekop.
Good.
All right, let's take you outside our shows. U.S. President Donald Trump says he will fire federal